Have you ever been laughed at just because your dream sounded too crazy? Have you ever wondered? What if the very thing the world calls impossible is the thing that could change it forever? Over a century ago, two brothers in America carried a dream like that. A dream the world mocked, a dream people said belonged only in fairy tales, the dream of human flight. In the early 1900s, no human had ever flown. When someone mentioned flying, people chuckled. Humans can't fly. We weren't born with wings. But for Wilbur and Orville Wright, two bicycle mechanics in Ohio, the idea wasn't foolish at all. They spent hours watching birds glide effortlessly in the sky, asking themselves, if a bird can fly, why not us? In their tiny bike shop, surrounded by grease and tools, they began building strange-looking machines. No investors, no scientific textbooks to follow, no one cheering them on. All they had was curiosity, grit, and a stubborn belief that the sky could belong to us, too. The world looked at them with ridicule. Newspapers called them dreamers chasing the wind. Neighbors laughed. Those boys are wasting their lives. And yes, they failed over and over again. Their flying machines collapsed in the sand. Engines sputtered, wings snapped, and every crash came with a fresh round of laughter from onlookers. There were nights they asked themselves, are we chasing the impossible? But instead of quitting, they studied harder. They watched how wind moved across wings, how birds tilted their feathers to stay balanced. They redesigned every bolt, every joint, every sheet of canvas stretched across the wooden frames. Every failure wasn't an ending, yet was a note in their playbook, a step closer to something no one else believed in. December 17th, 1903, Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Their fragile-looking machine stood ready. Wilbur steadied it. Orville climbed aboard. The engine roared. The propellers spun. The machine rattled forward. Then, for the first time in human history, it lifted off the ground. 12 seconds, 120 feet, just 12 seconds. But those 12 seconds rewrote the story of mankind. The sky was no longer a dream. It had become a frontier. The Wright Brothers story isn't just about aviation. It's a parable about life itself. Every one of us has dreams that others laugh at, ideas dismissed as ridiculous, goals people tell us are impossible. But history shows us something powerful. The very dreams mocked as impossible are often the ones that transform the world. If Edison had quit after 1,000 failures, we might still live in the dark. If Lincoln had surrendered after countless defeats, America might be unrecognizable today. And if the Wright brothers had stopped believing in wings, the sky would still be out of reach. Here's the truth. A dream is only crazy until it becomes real. Failure isn't the end. It's data, feedback, and direction. When people laugh at you, it doesn't mean you're wrong. Sometimes it means you're ahead of your time. Psychologists call this a growth mindset, the belief that skills aren't fixed, that challenges are how we grow. The Wright brothers embodied that mindset long before it had a name. The next time you step onto a plane and look out the window, remember, this everyday miracle started with two men everyone thought were insane. Maybe today, your idea, your startup, your art, your dream feels too small, too far, too unrealistic. But ask yourself, if I quit now, will I be burying something that could change the world? The Wright brothers taught us this. Don't fear when people call your dream crazy. Fear only when you stop believing in it. Because sometimes the very dream you hold is the set of wings humanity is waiting for. So next time someone laughs at your vision, smile, because maybe, just maybe, they're laughing at a future they don't yet have the courage to see. If this story spoke to you, hit that like button. Subscribe for more stories that fuel your spirit. And share this video with someone who needs to be reminded their dream still matters. Together, let's keep flying, not just in the sky, but in life.